see DL Hughley is back at it again. Now messing with Snoop for performing at the Donald Trump inauguration. First and foremost, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be quite frank with it. DL Hughley is not a brother. He's not from the hood. He don't represent the hood. He don't represent black people. He don't represent the culture at all. I think he's really with the other community over there, the alphabet community, to keep it 1,000 with you. But let me break this down for you. A lot of black people have followed this trend about Donald Trump, including me. Including me, I was following this trend the first time he ran. And the first thing you say when you say Donald Trump, you say he's the R word. He's the race word. So we was actually followers. So I believe Snoop being a black man and Snoop thinking like just like when Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, and YG made the song F Donald Trump. Everybody was playing that song. Everybody was on one accord saying F Donald Trump, right? So I noticed this time, nobody I didn't hear that song not one time. You know why? Because back in the days, we was programmed to think Donald Trump was the R word, the race word. But now when people woke up, my mentor woke me up and told me, let's do some research on Donald Trump. Show me one thing. My mentor told me, I'm going to give you $1,000 to show me one thing that Donald Trump has did racist to black people. I still haven't got that $1,000 because everybody wants to say, oh, he did this to the Central Park Five. Donald Trump is not a prosecutor, and Donald Trump is not the police. Donald Trump was not the governor. He didn't have the power to do nothing to those people. So I think Snoop fell in the category before where when he made those comments and saying, yeah, yada, 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 I'm not performing, and first one of y'all performed, I think Snoop was on that accord. But once Snoop turned into a businessman and started getting his own money and seeing that Donald Trump is a businessman, it makes you look at the man differently. Once you go do research and check the man out and investigate who he is, then you'll understand, okay, well, because he done loaned black people money. He got more pictures, period. And I'm going to say pictures. Y'all say, oh, just because he got more pictures with black people than Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. He probably got more pictures than D.L. Hughley also. So let's keep that in mind, that people was programmed to call Donald Trump the R word. But this second time running, after he came through COVID and the black people start seeing, you see more black people shifted over to the Donald Trump side. Why? Because he was a better choice. So I understand, and I'm not going to condemn Snoop for going to perform. If Donald Trump asked me, like Nelly said, no president ever asked me to perform. You just saw Kamala Harris pay all these celebrities and they couldn't shift the culture. You know why? Because we woke up. People was on Donald Trump's side because we had to give him a chance and we wanted change. See, the Democrats was in there. They told you, oh, you got to take this shot or you're going to lose your job. Donald Trump said, it's your body. You could do what you want. That's the height of the career right there. That's the fairest thing you could ever say. It's your body. You don't have to put that stuff in your body if you don't know what it is, if you don't feel comfortable. That's what Donald Trump did. Then Donald Trump did a host of things. Donald Trump signed the First Step Act. He said it was for black people because prison hurt us the most. So the first step back is when you go in prison, you can work and go to school now. You could go to school and get a chunk of time knocked off. So that'll get you home earlier on your sentence. You could take multiple classes and come on up out of there. So I understand what Snoop was doing. And I give him kudos for it. You're supposed to, when you get up to that status where you got the president of the United States up there, what could you say? That's the biggest person in the world. You got the president of the United States come perform at my inauguration. Definitely I'm gonna be there. Definitely I'm not gonna follow the culture with the evil antics talking about, oh yeah, he's an R word. You gotta show me. You have to show me what he's done, because we come up with all these false narratives because somebody done told you that, but you ain't went and did no research. You ain't did a lick of research on this man. I watched D.L. Hughley say that Kamala Harris only locked up 55 people, bro. Let me tell you something. I don't care. I'm not on no political level. I'm not on no big platform. But I know good and well, for you to get promoted to attorney general, you had to lock up more than 55 people. So you got to do your job when you get a promotion in that political office. 55 people don't even make sense. The police do more damage than that. The school police lock up more than 55 people. And that's the same thing Kamala Harris said. She didn't want to go on the Joe Rogan show because she told Joe Rogan, don't ask her anything about marijuana offenses. Why would you tell Joe Rogan, don't ask you nothing about marijuana offenses? Because you got something to hide. And DL Hughley goes on there and say, oh, you only locked up 55 people. Bro, that man lied for a check. So I'm going to believe what Snoop Dogg is doing before I believe anything that DL Hughley is saying. You lied for a check, boss. And DL Hughley is the type of person, in my opinion, he's the type of person that will lead black people down a dark alley and get them trapped. Real talk. That's what type of brother I think he is. Because you can't just say, everybody was saying Donald Trump was wrong. When Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace, and YG came out with F Donald Trump, everybody was playing that song everywhere. You heard that song all over the globe. But how come this time when he ran, you didn't hear that song not one time? How come so many more black people voted for Donald Trump than they did last time? I didn't even vote for Donald Trump the first time. The second time I voted for him, though. How come everybody black start changing and coming up? Because people start waking up and seeing the real. You can't follow them false narratives and expect to just, oh, yeah, he's that R word. He's the race man. No. Donald Trump is a human being on a mission. To me, he's a developer. He's a businessman. He's somebody that can teach you something. That's what he is to me. But let's go back to Joe Biden, though, because this is who D.L. Hughley supports, right? He went and got Cardi B, had a meeting with Cardi B, because that's what the Democrats, they always go get celebrities and influencers to try to influence the culture, but it didn't work this time. But Joe Biden went and got Cardi B. She doesn't represent the black community. I think Cardi B is Dominican or Puerto Rican, one of the two, or West End. So one of them things. But come on, bro, be for real. Let's even the playing field right now. Why are you going to get all these celebrities? They just showed you, the culture just showed you that Donald Trump was more reliable than Kamala Harris was. So why should we believe anything that D.L. Hughley is trying to push? I think D.L. Hughley is might be the R word himself. Just based on some real, I'm pro-black with it. I love my people. I do stuff for my people, but I ain't never seen D.L. Hughley do nothing for none of us, bro. But get on podcasts and, make him a little money off the internet. But what is he actually doing? Now he going after Snoop when you ain't that type of dude. You ain't no goon out here, bro. D.L. Hughley's a straight mark, a straight buster. I don't know what type of political figure would lie to my people and say Kamala Harris only locked up 55 people, man. That's disgraceful. Real talk. After that, I used to look up to D.L. Hughley because he was an intelligent brother and I felt like he did his research. But for you to get on national TV and tell Kamala Harris that she only locked up 55 people for marijuana, then I see her tell Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan, I love Joe Rogan because he was a G about it. He said Kamala Harris' team called him and said, she'll come on your podcast, but you can't ask her nothing. She don't want you to ask her nothing about marijuana convictions. Why? If you only locked up 55 people, that's not a lot of people, guys. 55 people is not a lot of people. So I understand why Snoop went and did what he did. Why all that what he did. Okay, so I'm the same way then, because I wasn't messing with Donald Trump at first either. I thought he was the race word too. Towards my people, I thought he was like that too. But now I voted for him because I seen all that rhetoric that black people been pushing around about a certain people. You can't do that. You can't do that. One thing I do know, Reverend Al Sharpton is a certified snitch. Certified. That's what we can say. We can't say that with confidence, and we can't say that as a concrete statement. Reverend Al Sharpton does not represent the black community. He is a snitch. He's been compromised. Now we go to Donald Trump. Show me where you can say you have confidence, you have black and white. Donald Trump is a certified race stir. Show me.